Hello, my name is Ken, and this is a video just to walk you through my own personal project, Kokkaidoc. So a bit about this project. The aim of this project is to make Japanese politics more transparent to the Japanese voters through the use of AI and data science and data visualization. So yeah, I will just walk you through the main features this website has, and yeah, hope you enjoy. So first, I would like to show you this feature. This is a visual map of how the different electoral districts in Japan are voting right now. And by clicking on these prefectures or like electoral districts, the users of this website can directly see who exactly is voted in from these electoral districts. And if you're interested in looking at their speeches inside of the parliament, you can do so by just clicking on their name, and you get to see like their speeches in regards to different topics available. And another thing I did was visualizing political ideological stances of Japanese politicians from these parliamentary speeches, and I will show you what I mean by that. So here we see like a visualization of political ideological stances of Japanese politicians. This was done in a nutshell. Like I used a large language model classifier to retrieve all the opinion-based sentences of these representatives, and then I embedded them using a large language model, and then I collapsed them essentially on an axis of my choice. So that axis might be like two politicians that are known to have opposing views on a certain topic, or it can also be like generated sentence groups that are for or against certain ideas. So for example, here you see for the topic of defense, on the right side are the politicians who are against the who are for the acknowledgement of the Japanese self-defense force in the Japanese constitution, and on the left side we see the politicians who are against this. So this has been a very controversial topic in Japanese politics for a while now, in fact for the last like 60 years almost. So because the Japanese constitution does not states it fairly clearly that Japan does not have any sort of like armed forces, although currently the Japanese self-defense force does have a quite substantial amount of armament and equipment. So the constitution is no longer aligned with what Japan currently has in reality. So whether to change the constitution to acknowledge the existence of JSDF has been a huge topic in Japanese politics for forever, and this is kind of visualizing that controversy. Yeah, and this is a very good visualization because you clearly see that the more conservative parties, so like the Liberal Democratic Party, which is like the black party, the more conservative right-leaning parties are actually shown on the right side. So like it's a Liberal Democrats, it's the Kokumin Minshito, it's another conservative party, and Komeito. They are more on the conservative side. And for example, like the Communist Party and the Constitutional Democratic Party, who are known to be more liberal and more on the left side, they are also positioned and located on the left side of this visualization. So it gives like the users of this website a very intuitive view and dynamic of the dynamic in the Japanese political system. And yeah, you can also just directly click on these dots, and you can again see these opinion-based sentences that are being used to create these visualizations and embeddings. Yeah. And this is the same thing, but now in 2 dimensions. So, and the black line indicating the reference politicians are used, on which the other politicians are collapsed on. So yeah, this is just another way of looking at it. I used a statistical method called UMAP to reduce the dimensionality of the embeddings of these sentences into 2 dimensions. Yeah, and because UMap is known to really preserve the information well with large language model embeddings, or like neural network embeddings in general. So that's why I use UMap to do that. And yeah, if you're like more interested in what I did exactly here, this is actually a paper. So it's a paper that has been accepted at the Political Methodology Conference, which is going to be held in UC Riverside in July 2024. So yeah, this video is filmed before the conference, but I will be traveling to California this July to hold the conference there, to present my poster there. And the paper is titled Lupin, L in brackets U PIN, which stands for Large Language Model Based Political Ideology Nowcasting. So yeah, if you're interested, I will definitely link my paper as well as part of this video. And yeah, if you're interested, you can take a look. And yeah. Okay, so that is that. And then the other functionalities are fairly minor compared to what I already described. For example, this is like the list of the representatives I have collected political speech data on. So if you just go here, you can actually look at the opinion-based sentences for this representative in regards to these different topics, such as defense, nuclear, climate change, and economic policies. Yeah. So this gives the user a very easy way of checking what the representatives are saying in the Japanese parliament. So yeah, that is also another thing I created. And yeah, another little nice visualization I also have is this visualization of the population and how the Japanese population is distributed over the whole country, and how it has evolved between 1980 to 2020. Yeah, so this is just, it's not really directly linked to the mission of this service, which is making Japanese politics more transparent to the public, but it's a good visualization to have. And yeah, I just was interested in the tech that is involved in making these kind of visualizations, and yeah, I think it turned out fairly well. Yeah. So, and then back to here. Another thing I created was like I scraped all the voting data of these parliamentary votes. So for the upper house at least, I have all the voting data, and I have this like nice visualization of how these different parties have voted in regards to different bills being passed in the upper house. And yeah, like it's a good way for users to get a good idea of like the dynamic in Japanese politics, like which party against which party, like who are for against certain ideas. Yeah, so it's just like a very intuitive way of understanding Japanese politics, I believe. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I created. Also, we have this like little modal that asks for financial support, for donations. So again, like this is something I created during university. It's not backed by any big institutions. So I just created this model to ask for like donations for people who actually find this website useful. Yeah, and this is all about this website. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, and I'm sure if you have found this video somehow, then you know how to contact me. So yeah, if you're interested in chatting about this service, I'm like more than happy to do that. So yeah, I'll be happy to hear from you about this website or anything else. So yeah, finally, thank you for looking through this whole video, and yeah, have a good day.